All right, let's get started. Let's see. I don't have much to report on Crimson this week. I'm going to be working. I'm working on QS at the moment, and that'll probably be true for another week or two. That work will eventually transfer over to Crimson, though, so worthwhile. Harsh, how's it going?
Okay, so a quick update from the QE side. We have raised, you could say, filed two more bugs with Crimson. One is related to the OSD logs not having uh, log level 20 entries. So basically, what happens is if we enable the debugging to 20 on both MGR and OSDs, the OSD logs do not contain the entries for log level 15, 10, 15, or 20, whereas the MGR logs do contain all of that. So that has been raised. It was previously observed like 2 months back when I was initially doing the testing with the basic Rados test, but it wasn't raised back then, and I noticed it again during the last week when I was doing the testing again, another round of Rados test. So that has been raised, and there is another new one that I believe is a potential bug. It is that pool compressions do not take effect. So if we have compression enabled on a few pools, it could be Snappy or zlib, the and we just run Rados bench, the amount of data which gets written and the number of objects which gets written on uh, these pools, as well as a pool where no compression is enabled, is exactly the same. Whereas on a downstream, or you could say a Red Hat Ceph cluster, uh, the amount of data written as well as the number of objects written on the pools which have compression and which are having no compression is pretty much different. So both of these issues have been raised in the upstream tracker itself. One additional uh, update is that our downstream CI framework is now supporting Crimson. So that has been another development where our downstream CI framework can now run tests with the Crimson build. So every test that we have in our CI pipeline right now will be running on the Crimson builds during the upcoming weeks. And yep, that's pretty much
Oh, that's
about it.
amazing. Thank you. That's actually great news.
Yeah,
So,
and yeah, just one more thing. I do understand that there might be a lot of failures, so I'll be mindful to not raise bugs which are not applicable to Crimson as of now, because we would probably have a lot of tests which would not be applicable to Crimson as of yet. So yeah, just letting you guys know as well.
yeah, if you have any questions about that, ping me or Nitsan.
Yep.
For the logs,
Yeah.
Crimson's
Yeah.
logs are totally different. There is actually nothing in common with Classic. When you say log
True.
level 20 log lines aren't showing up, do you mean there are
Mhm.
specific log lines in Crimson you think should be showing up but aren't? Or do you mean you don't see
Basically,
20 in the logs?
I don't see 20, I don't see 10, I don't see 15. So is there a way,
Yeah, that
like
doesn't
in
show up at all.
classic?
Crimson
Yep.
Crimson only has 5 log levels or something. Trace,
Okay.
debug, error. I think that's it. Just 3. Trace, debug, and
Is
error.
there a
So as
way
long
to
as you're
set
seeing
it? Mhm. Please go ahead.
yes, but I'm forgetting what it is. You should ask Nitsan. I think what we're doing is we're translating the debug log levels that we would normally set for classic
Uh-huh.
into either trace, warn, error, or debug. So debug
Understood.
20 should get you debug logs. You should see log lines that with the word debug in them towards the beginning.
Okay.
Whereas
Okay.
with
I'll take
debug
another.
of
Mhm.
0, you should really only see stuff that's error or warn. You shouldn't see
Okay.
debug.
I'll get
Um,
in touch with Nelson to have that ironed out. Uh,
yeah, it's a little confusing. To be
mhm.
honest, having 20 log levels was never actually that valuable. We only ever really used 0, 5, 10, and 20, sometimes
Uh-huh.
30.
Uh-huh.
So in practice, that mapped pretty cleanly onto warn, error, debug, and trace.
Got it. Uh,
Reasonable
yeah.
observation, though. As far as pool compression goes, that's probably an easy fix. I'm not super surprised it's not set up, though. Um, so yeah, it's a good
Uh,
bug to raise.
yeah. There is a follow-up question from Metin. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but he has asked me to share the results when the max object is set. So I'll follow up with him as well with these results. I do not have a cluster with the Rados configuration yet, so I'll share these results in this week itself.
Cool. Wow, that's a ton of progress. Nice.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, Chenmei, how's it going?
Last week I updated the article SeaStore appear and got in his new round review comments, and still working on that comment. It seems almost finished the review. Every part is reviewed. Just do the final modification, and I still debugging under medical OSD. I think 30% code is debugging and still working on it. So that's all.
Okay, cool. All right, is there anything else?
Today's Pierre's holiday. Pierre's holiday, and I think easy is take off for the holiday.
Yeah, Guifeng pinged me. Everyone's having a good time. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.